Hi, everybody. How are you? Um, I just had this idea, this input that I wanted to talk about mindset because it's for quite a while now that there are so many things developing inside of me, expanding and growing, and I have so many thoughts and so many insights. So I thought I'm gonna ask you for the beginning, how's your mindset today? Do you set your mind actually? Are you setting your mind in the morning, or do you just leave it open to whatever comes up over the day? The thing is that mindset is the key to everything. And what we have to understand is that we would like to think that we can just set our mind however we want to, and then it's set up, and we have no problems at all to follow that through. But what we have to also bear in mind is that we are a program. We are a computer program. We are following a computer program inside of our brain. It got programmed when we were young, as children. The first 7 years, our brain is acting like is acting like a sponge. It's actually in a frequency of hypnosis, and it's sucking all information up that is coming in. So it's not sorting out at all. Everything that is coming in, that is being put in by parents, siblings in general, institutions like school and church, and our general environment is being programmed into our brain. And this is the program that we are acting upon for the rest of our life. If we don't become aware of that, we are driven by this program. So if we start to become aware of this, if we start to see this, we can change it. But only then, and even then, it's such a long process to change this programming, because it has been sitting there for years and years and decades, right? So how do we change this program? How do we change the wiring in our brain that we are slaved to? And we are slaves of our brain program. And some people don't even realize that. Some people don't even know that. But the few lucky ones are starting to realize it, are starting to see it, are starting to awaken to it. And then the big wish is to change it, to become free of this, to free yourself from all kinds of boundaries that are holding you back to live your highest purpose, to connect with your higher self. So there are different possibilities to change this. First of all, we have to shine light again and again on everything, that on every little detail that is coming up, yeah? And we get more and more aware of the mechanisms and of the patterns that are driving us. And then we have to do something actively also to change our brain. So we can go into meditation, we can go into hypnosis. There are some really good hypnosises that are incredibly strong. I'm gonna set up a list on the bottom of this, underneath the video, and we can do also practices like yoga. Yeah, I mean, yoga is also meditation. Yoga is a whole concept, but also doing body practice helps us to rewire our brain. So I really encourage everybody, look into, first of all, be honest with yourself. Look into yourself and see, where am I? Where is my state? Am I not totally honest with myself? Am I just accepting a state where I'm in, which is actually not the ideal state where I want to be in? Acceptance is good, but acceptance of something that is not of complete comfort is not what we want. Though, for a little period of time, to be in total acceptance of something that doesn't make us completely comfortably is also a good teacher. I just want to throw this in. But where we want to get is to a state of being in complete acceptance of our idea of life. And this is just a step away, and we just have to make the decision. It's just a decision of being happy with what we have, or staying where we are and going like, I'm not really happy, but it's okay. Yeah, that's the mindset. We have to set our mind on the higher frequency, where we are vibrating on a very, very high level. And this comes from inside of us. Nothing is happening outside of us. Nothing, no circumstances that are happening are something that is actually happening outside of us. We are experiencing and processing these things that are happening, when we want to say outside of us, and the way we are processing them and the way we are perceiving them, experiencing them, this is the way we feel about these things. And this is what is setting our mind into a certain frequency, into a certain vibration. So if we are stepping up and seeing everything as the most beautiful thing that we could possibly perceive, then our mindset is on the highest level, on the highest vibration, on the highest frequency. And it's just our decision. It's what we decide, what we want to think about a circumstance. I must admit, we feel that we don't have any influence on circumstances, though I want to throw in here that even this is not entirely true, because we are beings that are vibrating. We are beings that are sending vibrations out, frequencies. And these frequencies are attracting other vibrations and frequencies. So everything that we are sending out is coming back as the same frequency. So even the circumstances that we feel sometimes victimized of, even these circumstances we have attracted into our lives, every single one. So this is the point where we start to get our out of our victim state into our creator state, into the state where we take control and responsibility over everything that is happening inside of us and that is happening outside of us. That's revealing, right? So let's set the mind and let's create a new life. And like I said, there are some methods, some little tools that are very helpful. And I'm going to give you a list of this. If you feel like you cannot just make the decision like that, because that's normal, because like I said, we are programmed. It's a program in our brain. And I mean, look at your computer. How do you reprogram your computer? That's complicating. So yes, reprogramming the brain is just a step away, just one decision away. But sometimes we need a little tool and a little helper to get us to the next state. Okay, so let's do it. And let's make the decision to step into our perfect, ideal dream life. And let's become gods and goddesses, because this is what we are. This is our birthright. Let's claim it. Love to you, love to everybody.